Welcome, Taurus, Gemini, to your beginning of the month of June reading. Hope you friends are doing great out there. Welcome back, all subscribers, and anyone new to my channel. Welcome, welcome. If you friends like this, please like and subscribe. Okay, I've already got your cards out, my friends. I've got the energy coming out for you is the Ace of Pentacles. This is talking about this promise, this gift, this reward, and coming together. The coming together is talking about the commitments that you have to each other, someone wanting to have a commitment with you. They're ready to commit. They're ready to let go of any convictions. In the present, we have the choose your battles wisely, which is talking once again about convictions, win or lose in the recent past, and opening up and releasing any negative energies, or maybe even those convictions that you may be holding on to. So going with the win or lose. The win or lose is talking about, well, it doesn't really matter who wins or loses in this situation, right? Because no matter what, one's going to lose, one's going to win. But is there really a win or lose? Win or lose, it looks like you still have the swords, right? This is Five of Swords. Win or lose, it looks like you guys are still going to be together. It really doesn't matter, right? You could have the disagreements. You can have some kind of detachment from each other, but there is still an undergoing love. The heart is still in the middle of the sword, right? Meaning there's still some kind of commitment going on there with this promise of maybe they promised you they would always be there for you, and they are, right? Saying, hey, you know, I said I was going to be there. It doesn't matter. The relationship could take a back seat. It could totally break down. But there is this kind of it could even be kind of an ego trip that was going on for some of you, right, within a disagreement. So it didn't really matter who's going to win or lose because the heart is still there. So even if you felt like you might have lost in love, they still love you because they want to come back to commit to you. Clarifying on the win or lose. Where you felt like the passion was lost because the passion had taken a back seat. Well, yeah, it wouldn't let go. It feels like it did. It completely detached itself. It felt like it was almost dead. This is only a partial death, though, because you still have the heart in the middle of the sword, right? The Five of Swords, even though you feel like you're kind of out in the cold, you feel like maybe they're ignoring you, there's still this overall love going on. This is the overall card, so yeah. There was still some kind of determination now going on. With the King of Wands, could be this Sagittarius. There's still this kind of love going on within them, deep within them, that even though if they're not showing you this love, because their ego is a little in their way, I do feel kind of egomatic over here. And that could be, well, there's King of Wands, right? Enough said. And you could have even felt like maybe they were even kind of trying to manipulate the situation. And trying to be power hungry, a little over controlling about the situation. But they are determined, yeah, to get their Empress. That's you, their love. Maybe they're just nurturing the situation and all wrong, so it gave you the Five of Swords, right? But there's still this love here, and they still want to nurture you and still want to love you. It just feels like, yeah, see, because we're going to go over here to choose your battles. It's just choosing your battles wisely. Do you really want to fight with the King of Wands? Is the King of Wands choosing the battle wisely? It feels like you know that there's still success over here. It's in your energy with the Ace of Pentacles. Maybe you're trying to choose your battles wisely because you know this person is egomatic. Maybe you also know you want this love. It just feels like they're kind of all over the place. It's hard to tell if they're coming or going. You know, it's like, I'm not a mind reader. I don't know. You know, they seem kind of harsh. They seem a little cold. They seem really detached. They feel like, it seems like to me, like they're putting me out in the cold. They're, you know, possible loss. So yeah, you're definitely looking at the options of choosing your battles wisely. You don't want to, it feels like Taurus, Gemini, you don't want to mess this up. Because they're a little, it almost makes me feel like maybe they're a little imbalanced. You know, kind of flip-flopping around. Kind of have to watch yourself. You try to stay as strong as possible. You want this promise. You want this gift of love. You want that to happen. But there's still this feeling of some kind of mind over matter situation going on with your King of Wands. And it gives you mind over matter as well, because you don't know if they're coming or going. But then we have this coming together. You want this coming together, but it does feel like they do want to compromise. It does feel like they do want this commitment now. Now all of a sudden they want this. Clarify on the partner. Now they've been meditating, but they're not moving toward you. They're still acting like you're having a tower. They're still acting like everything has fallen and that you need to rebuild everything. And that's really what they're kind of saying, though. They're kind of saying in my head, you know, in their head, excuse me, you know, I'm meditating on this. I'm thinking about the next solution. I'm not going to take any action at this time to really move towards them because we're going to rebuild this. Your person might be a little bossy, but we are talking about a King of Wands. Even if you don't have a King of Wands, you have somebody who's just literally a little bossy, right? It could even be a little older than you, so they're used to using the, you know, using those reins to the potential for some of you. But they're not going to offer you a peace offering. What? No, they want you to come together, but they're not going to offer a peace offering. Like, they don't feel like they have to apologize for anything. I don't want to go back to the past to say anything, so there needs to be no peace offering, no apologies. We're just going to move forward. You're inspired to just let the tower crumble, let all the bad things that happen go away. I don't want to talk about it. We're not going to go there. We're just going to rebuild the relationship. So if you're looking for any of that, don't, because they don't want to do it. They don't think it's worth it. They think it'll just, that will be choosing your battles wisely. They're choosing their battle wisely. They don't want to talk about that. They just want to move forward. They just want to get over it. They're relaxed and really eased about the situation right now anyways. And whether or not you did this bad thing or they did this bad thing or you guys did a bad thing together, they're not going to talk about it. They just want to be rest assured knowing that this tower will be rebuilt. And it looks like that's what you want too. Yeah, because they're not going to hold on to any of the reasons why. Yeah, that's it. They've let go because they've let go of all the things from the past. Yeah, and they've matured past that and they're taking new directions. So anything that was there, they're just overlooking. So if you come back to them, you better be, you better be wise on this one. I'm going to tell you right now. If you're coming back to them to ask them for an apology, they ain't going to give this. It's going to be under the choose your battles wisely because it's going to end up in a fight. Guaranteed. You know that though, and I think Taurus, Gemini, I think you keep this kind of hush hush because you know your person will do that, right? Just kind of it was in the past, just let it go. We're not talking about it. Yeah, because this is the only way to justify something to keep the relationship balanced. So they are coming towards you now. So where they had felt very cold and very, very overly detached in the past, you probably noticed them kind of coming towards you a little bit more. They aren't coming towards you, though, the way they were. Right. You see what I'm saying? It's not that kind of coming towards you, but you probably notice that they're opening up to you. Right? Open up and release. Just open it up and release it. Just kind of scream it, right? You don't want to talk about it, just let it go. Let it go. Let the past go. Because all it's going to do is just keep giving you misery. It's just going to keep doing that. And if you want the relationship to be as promising as you want it to be, and you want the love to be exactly where it was before, it's going to be a work in progress. Because you have to have the coming together, but holding on to the past for them is not the right solution. Talking about this, dwelling on this, bringing this up is not the way they want. They don't want to deal with it that way. For them, that's not the way they deal with things. So they perceive things from a different light. So you need to do the same. You need to just open up, be the King of Cups, and just accept the love that they're going to be offering in the near future, because it's going to be a lot more, because they are opening up now, because like I said, they're rebuilding slowly. Probably notice that they're talking to you a little bit more than ignoring you, right? Yeah, because they're perceiving love also from kind of a different angle, but they're also kind of watching you in a little bit of ways too with the Page of Cups. They are loyal to you, and you know that because of the Ace of Pentacles. You know they're your loyal person. You know, in the end, they're going to be there. If you ask them for something, they would be there. If something bad happened to you, they would jump, right? You know that with the Page of Cups. So you're just going to have to, yeah, Three of Coins, you're just going to have to reflect on this and really work through this on kind of their basis. Yeah, it's going to be hard though, but remember, they like to, you have a very controlling person. They want to bring in the happiness. It's all about them. This is a control issue. Your person is controlling. They want to be in control of the situation. They want it to come together the way they want it to come together. Remember, because they're rebuilding the tower. You're not really rebuilding the tower together. In their eyes, they're the king. Wow, because look, they're sitting right next to each other, you guys. I mean, literally sitting like this next to each other from the past to the present. He's the king of the castle. Okay, and they will tell you when it's time to build. He'll get inspired and, you know, and fix the situation. Well, obviously, in this situation, maybe it's the best way of the situation. If you're already used to it, that's the only way it can be. It's going to be slow and persistent. But yeah, he's definitely coming, or she is coming back towards you for the Ten of Cups. And it could be because you have a family. You guys might be married, and they're trying to keep their family together. And so the only way that they know how to do so is by doing it their way. I do think, though, that your person might be a little emotionally detached from just everything. It could even be a little bit of emotional immaturity. It just could be ego. You guys know your person better than I, because I'm just seeing it from so many different angles. But you know that they're the ones that want to be, you know, in control. And if you want this to work for your family, or because you love them so much and you know this is your loyal partner, you're just going to have to do it their way. But I would really, this is the one that worries me the most. Watch it, Taurus. And yeah, I said Taurus, Gemini, but let me just tell you something about your side of Taurus. Keep it on the low bow. You know what I'm saying? Don't try to bring up the past. Try to keep it there. Your Gemini side, yeah, because your Gemini side is a communicative side, right? But your Gemini side knows how to just like shut it down. But sometimes Taurus gets a little frustrated and then we want to pounce. So kind of just keep it cool. And on that Gemini side, don't let them affect you to where your mouth, right? But Geminis are really actually pretty good of keeping cool and keeping kind of quiet. They're not that Libra, right, where all of a sudden they're just like, you know, or Aquarius, right, where it just all flows out. So I would just watch that earth part of you, because the earth part of you really wants the nurturing. That's where the ultimate nurturing comes from. So when you feel like they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing, but yet they're telling you they want this coming together, or they're showing you this little by little, you might be trying to get more than they're going to give you at this time, because they're doing it so slow that it's like, Gemini, we're going to be here all year. And you might be. You might be. Who knows? Who knows with this king or queen, right? So let's see what the angels have to say. I'm actually going to use these cards. I was using the life purpose deck, but this one I actually do believe needs angel messages. Yeah, because you know what this is all, you know what this, I think this really is right here, you guys, is that this person doesn't really know how to heal. You know, and you do all the spiritual healing, and you do all of this, and you've learned, and you know how, right? And I don't think that they know how to heal the way you've been taught to heal, or you've learned to heal, or however it is. And they don't know how to do that. So they have to do it their own way. And that's the only way. So it's going to be their way or a highway. So I really do feel like either you're dealing with somebody who is a fire sign or has a lot of fire in their chart, because it really is. There's so much fire here that I'm really thinking it's like my way or the highway. This is the way it is, because I don't know how to heal any way else. I don't know how to deal with this anywhere else. But I know one thing, I'm not leaving you. You guys could have been together very long. Long time. Because the coming together says that there is this ultimate love. There is this promise. There is this stuff that's going on. Okay. So, you want this, you just forgive it and you release it. That's it. Let it go. Let it go. It's the best thing to do. You really want this person, you just forgive them, let it go. Forgive yourself, forgive them. Just let it go. Yeah, because there's opportunities. You know there's opportunities. You have the Ace of Coins. You know that there's an opportunity for you guys to heal this once you get past all of this. Right? Clarify. Yeah, reconsider any actions that you may have been thinking about doing to get closer to them. I would say just let them do what they need to do at this time. If they're looking for you to do whatever it is that they expect you to do, just smile and do whatever you do, because you know that that's what they like and that's who you are, right? And take that action, right? Because there's no reason. There's just no reason. It's just going to cause more disharmony. There's just no reason to cause disharmony. If you're looking for a peaceful resolution, you will have the peaceful resolution as soon as, like I said, forgive and just let it go, okay? Because that's just the way, that's the way they are. Like I said, for many of you, you already know this. It's almost like I'm just reminding you of what they already are doing, right? It's just like a reminder. Hey, don't forget. They don't communicate very well. Don't go looking for, peaceful resolutions with communicating clearly, because it ain't going to happen. Yeah, within the next few weeks, everything's going to start. Everything's going to start kind of coming slowly back together, where you're going to feel a lot more happy than you do now, okay? Because the situation will improve, okay? So whatever fight or argument went on over here, they were really upset about it. You could have been very, upset about it. You kind of got over it faster. They're really holding a grudge against it. Could be dealing with a Libra. They're very grudgeful people. They hold on to things very tight. But so does Sagittarius. That's the problem. And yeah, So I would just kind of, the only card really here that I'm really, just go with the flow, my friends, go with the flow, okay? And just let it flow and let it work itself out, okay? Don't hold on to anything. Till next time, my friends, bye-bye.